Hello, movie buffs, lovers, and motion pictures enthusiasts. Welcome to Box Office Africa, your one-stop hub for everything Nollywood, motion pictures, local and globally. I'm glad you all are here as I take you through yet another journey where I review this movie titled Woman Power, coming from the stables of Destiny Etiko Productions. Woman Power is a story that showcases the resilience and hard work of a typical Nigerian woman and a mother in a drive to provide food daily for her family while offering support to her husband. It also exposes the inequality in the Afro-patriarchal system where men are seen as superior and infallible, hence looking down on the many contributions of women to the growth and support of the family. Maggie, played by Destiny Etiko, is a hard-working and dedicated wife and mother to her two kids. She is torn between fending for her family through a petty business that entails her traveling outside her riverine community, as well as becoming a full stay-at-home mother in the bid to stay submissive to her abusive husband Gandoki. Gandoki, played by Gentle Jack, a retired army veteran come fisherman, is an abusive husband. He is small-minded and overly suspicious of his wife and makes it a norm to verbally and physically abuse her in the bid to keep her in line. He is a doting father to Omar while acting indifferent to the other daughter, Ada. Ada, played by Uchechi Treasure. She is a dedicated daughter to her mother and a protective sister. She is quite loquacious and makes it a duty to stand up to her abusive father whenever he attacks her mother. She is also a good dancer, but she is constrained by an ailment that makes her cautious in taking part in activities that could endanger her fragile nature. Omar, played by Princess Candice, is a vivacious and truly innocent kid who is doted on by even her abusive father. She is empathetic, especially to the plight of her mother as well as those of her elder sister. Susanna, played by Juliet Ndidi, a very good friend to Maggie, who she supports regardless of the many upheavals the latter is facing in her abusive marriage. She also offers financial support to her friend when needed while ensuring her mental well-being. Headmistress, played by Uchechi Treasure, an amazing and very supportive headmistress of Ada and Omar's school. A very empathetic and caring woman who inspires her words, especially Ada, who she encourages to pursue her dreams as a dancer regardless of her fragile health. Othello, played by Ekene Nnamani, is the junior brother to Gandoki and a dutiful husband to his wife, Iya. Iya, played by Nelly T. Joseph, she is the wife to Othello and also lends support to her husband as a fisherman. Ikechukwu Nweke was responsible for the story/screenplay. He also doubled as the director. Destiny Etiko played the role of producer and executive producer. The movie was released under the stables of Destiny Etiko Production. The story is truly a remarkable one. It brings to the fore the struggles of the typical Nigerian woman. Maggie, in this case, is that woman who could go to any extent to take care of her family. The opening scene shows her protecting the perishable goods she procured from the north. It also exposes the overbearing nature of a model Nigerian man whose bloated ego could stifle the growth of his family, as was the case of Gandoki, who does the unthinkable when he throws Maggie's goods into the Niger for leaving the house without notifying him. The central theme of the plot is that resilience, hard work and honesty could open doors to a person who embraces these virtues. I specifically love the serenity experienced in the day-to-day living of the riverine people. It was perfectly captured in the plot. The only issue here is the lack of depth in the central theme of the story. I'd love to see the story revolve more around Ada in her battle to surmount her physical limitations while reaching her life's goal. There was some disconnect between the central theme. I struggled in some parts to connect the plot semantically. Overall, the story and the plot were not bad, just that more depth could have blown the story open, making assimilation of the plot more enjoyable. The entire cast did a good job, but I still had one or two issues with most of the portrayals. Maggie was perfectly portrayed and Destiny did a good job in relaying the plot as it revolves around the character. I sensed some overacting with Gentle Jack in his role as Gandoki. He stayed his usual self, and though I kinda love his fatherly love and attention he showered on Omar. Ada, the character was played by Uchechi Treasure, was on point. Uchechi is one of the young upstarts who I see transitioning into playing bigger characters in the future. and I believe with more challenging roles in the kitty, she would become one of the finest actors to watch. I specifically love the unexplainable empathy and love Susanna showers on her friend Maggie. Juliet Ndidi was not bad in characterizing this role. The character Othello, played by Ekene Nnamani, does not do it for me. The standoffishness and the childlike mien displayed by Ekene was a bit boring and unnecessary. I truly loved the innocence of the kid Princess Candice, who played Oma. The kid was so natural and you could tell she felt the whole story was real. She was indeed natural and her portrayal awesomely characterized. This movie gets an A for its crisp and lucid video quality. It was so surreal and aesthetically pleasing. Kudos to the DOPs, Efizi and Cicero, who employed some quite remarkable camera angles and sublime camera movements to breathe more life into the story. I also loved the drone shots. John Chia, who handled this particular department of the movie, did a yeoman's job with the awesome aerial shots. It gave you this feeling of levitation while you flow with the beauty of the visuals. Overall, I loved the cinematic ambience and feel. I also love the way the life of the riverine people was laid bare. This promotes tourism, and for all the wanderlust people seeking an adventure into the unknown, this movie location could just do it for you. The soundtrack by Ejike Mba made you feel ecstatic and taken back in time. I loved the vocals and then the melody that gave it this edginess and melodic design that makes you feel you are at home. The only problem is that the music was unnecessarily loud in most of the scenes, that it almost drowned the dialogue. I think it is time Nollywood understood the importance of balancing your music score, ensuring it does not overshadow the audibility of your dialogue. It almost did, though it was minimal. Woman Power, as the name implies, is a movie with the message of resilience and steadfastness, especially in the throes of hardship and the many downsides to living in poverty. Destiny Etiko also highlighted the importance of motherhood, especially in homes that could become toxic and dysfunctional. It draws a picture of how strong an African woman is. It inspires the power of matriarchy in an Afrocentric setting where women are subdued and subjected to the many vagaries and negativity inherent in our African society. The bane of greed and avarice could become counterproductive. It destroys men and ends everything beautiful about family if not controlled. Woman Power by Destiny Etiko production is a good movie with a good story, a small cast, an amazing riverine location, wonderful camera movements and cinematography. I'll give the movie a decent 5/10. Let me know how you rate the movie in the comments section. Also, do not hesitate to like, share and follow us on all social media handles as displayed on the screen. More importantly, we would love to see you join our beautiful community by subscribing to the channel. Remember, it's free. Till when next we hit you up with another review, make sure you stay woke.